YouTube. And you too can get splashed with some motivation this morning, helping you out. But so you know, I went to Whole Foods last night. I'm here in Philly. And if you know, Philadelphia Eagles, they won the NFC Championship. I went to Whole Foods last night trying to get this coconut so I could smash it open, get the liquid goodness out of it, and then cut inside the coconut, freeze it, blend it. Now I have coconut milk. A little harder work for my nutrition instead of going out and grabbing Almond Breeze. So I come back. The streets are wild. People are chanting, Philadelphia Eagles, rah, rah, rah. And if you have me on Facebook, I went live showing you the experience in Philadelphia. Man, and one guy was on a car top and he was like, rah, rah. He was the leader of the pack. I spoke to a few people and I said, what's going on? They said, really? You don't know what's going on? I was like, man, I'll hit you in the head with this damn coconut. Tell me what's going on. But I knew what's going on. And it helped me think about a time when I was in New York City and I was guilty by association. And of course, this was a positive thing. They're happy about their team. I'm talking about the negative thing, being guilty by association. Yeah, wow, I was a little wild though. I was a little wild. And you know, the friends that I hung with, and I didn't belong there. I really didn't belong there. These guys were really hood. And me, I'm over here, you know, in my spiritual self. I want this awakening. I feel, but I just followed. I followed the crowd. I followed their instincts. I followed the negatives. I followed it. And it wasn't their fault, it was my fault, because I was there. So maybe someone got hurt that night. Now all of a sudden the police came, and I'm guilty by association. Even if I did it or didn't do it, whatever. Guilty by association. I was working at Radio Shack, early 2000s. And at that time at Radio Shack, there was an inside theft thing going on. Inside theft. They were stealing those little Sprint phones, little Nokia's phones. You know, it just came out with the color screen, the flip phones. And I had a friend, I shouldn't even say a friend, but a friend at the time that came in there, and there was a display case that you could lift up, and he ran out and stole a phone from the display case, but the damn phone was plastic. It was a fake display. So I was like, why would you do that? First, why would you? Okay. Then I got fired. I got fired because now they associated the fake theft. And I was like, check the cameras. And I must have turned around and helped the customer out. And there goes my friend dashing out the door with a fake phone. Now I'm clueless. Next thing you know, I'm fired. Guilty by association. Guilty by association. You got to look around you. It doesn't matter, oh, they're the ones that do that. I don't do that. I don't engage in activities such as that. I don't just wild out, punch walls, punch people. It's not my style. You know, they're the one that pop those pills. I don't. You're guilty by association. You know, if you have 5 friends, the average of those 5 friends is you. You know, so if you have 5 friends that are sitting on the couch, they don't wake up till noon. No matter what you try to do, that's you. Play video games all day, that's you. Show me who your friends are. So I knew it was very important in my growth and development to scale up the people that I have around me. I don't want to be the smartest one in the room. I don't want to have all the answers. I don't want to be guilty by association. Okay, I don't want my name to come up in anything. Why? Because if we're all playing a game, and that which we are, oh man, then I lost. I lost that game. So you're rolling around with idiots, vandals, people that just don't care about nothing, don't care about their life, don't care about organization, don't have priorities, don't have goals. And then I think the same thing about you. So the fastest way to level up, the fastest way to, to get clear is to remove the negativity from your environment. To remove it. It might be the hardest thing you do because you've been rolling with your same clan, your same peoples for a long time. And now here you come out of nowhere. Who you think you are? You think you're better than us now? Shit, you were right there. And then you got to be like, man, I'm out. I made a clear-cut decision to be gone. Can you do it? Death by association. Now brings me back to last night, Philadelphia Eagles. Someone spilled their entire beer cup on, it fell on the floor, it splashed on cops. The friend that didn't do it, guilty by association. I watched the whole thing. Now you got to get interrogated. You got to get asked questions. You got to get approached by police. And you're like, man, I just want to be out here cheering on my favorite NFL team. I just wanted to have a good time. Now you're being removed from the good time. In personal development, we always have to come to realization and become selfish in our growth. And say, you know what? I'm going to make a clear-cut decision of who I call my friends, who I'm going to associate with, because my priorities and my goals don't align with their priorities and their goals. And if you can't do that, then that's rule 101. If you can't do that, where you think you're going? How could you start a business? How could you get better in your career? How could you get better in your skills? You can't. You'll always be succumbing. You'll always be included in. You'll always get that call to which you cannot answer directly. In fear of what? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a power talk coming up. Beautiful power talk. And I want you to register for that power talk. And I'm just here to help millions grow. Yeah, empower people. Teach millions how to get uncomfortable, to think better, to act better, and to live better. Ultimately, there is a better life. And the cost of not achieving or getting to that state is fatal. For your health, well-being, emotional state, spiritual state, relationship, social state. So are you willing to take the necessary actions, no matter if it's a different course of action, to make yourself better? To grow now in all areas of life. Join me in this power talk. Register. Link is below. I can't wait to see you, learn more about you, and you can get the results that you've finally been looking for, because it's a systematic way. A little bit about me. I had a 9-year gambling addiction. 9 years. Man, every time I think about it, I'm like, I used to feel it in my gut. It was like this biological thing happening, chemistry thing happening when I thought about gambling. And the trigger was, having a little bit of money in my account, a little bit of money in my hand, and all of a sudden this biological thing will be bubbling in my guts. As soon as I walked in the casino, I would have to go take a poop. It was serious. Every time I walked in the casino, I gotta go to the bathroom, because it was so much things happening inside of me, because I was totally addicted. The last 3 years of it was the worst. So I know what it is to overcome something and turn your life around, switch it around. And in 1 year of switching it around, switching this mindset, because that's the key right there, switching this mindset around, I was able to see a whole different thing. Do things that I thought I would never do. be around people I thought I would never be around. Switching the mindset. Taking necessary actions. I want you in a power talk. The link is below. Register. I'll see you there. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Until next time. Coconut head.